What do you think when you hear the name militia? You picture guys up in Michigan in camo with black stuff underneath their eyes, drinking Schlitz malt liquor, running around shooting and jumping and calling each other commander and private. And yeah, they do have militias like that. There's also a branch called the California State Militia. We're going to talk to the second lieutenant of the California State Militia, Jason B. Lewis. He's coming up next right here on the Trevor Carey Show, and he's looking for people to join. Might want to keep an ear. Next.
The Trevor Carey Show on Power Talk 96.7 and AM 1400.
Well, I thought it was fitting with all the unrest in the world, all the unrest in the United States, all the unrest in California, all the unrest in Fresno. My word, it has been a week of unrest. And as Chief Dyer stated, that felt like it could, a spark here at any minute could get it going in the wrong direction. I paraphrase, but that's what he was talking about with the whole Dylan Noble shooting and the release of the body cam. So I thought it would be a good time. Let's do it. He is Second Lieutenant, California State Militia. Jason Lewis is his name. Lieutenant Lewis, welcome to the Trevor Carey Show.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Good. Now, as I was saying right before the commercial break there, that we think of guys up in Michigan with their camo on and their black stuff under their eyes, and they got their Schlitz malt liquor, and they're running around and they're firing, and that is some militias. Is yours the stereotypical that I just kind of described, or explain it to us?
No, that's not what the California State Militia is about. We're a community service organization. We're about protecting communities. We're a constitutional militia within the state constitution and the state veterans code outlined by the state, and we're here to train and support and be available if the state needs us to provide support and assistance to them.
Now, do you think you've ever got somebody in there kind of maybe DHS, Department of Homeland Security, FBI, acting like in camo and like, what's going on, boys? Hey, how are you? Have you found any spies from the government in?
Not that we've known for sure. I mean, and they may be there, but what we do is, completely legal and above board, and so there's nothing there for them to find. We're not anti-government. We're pro-government.
I am. The more I'm getting to realize this government, I'm becoming anti this administration. I'm not anti-government. I always said we always put down the establishment, and I'm thinking I'm kind of a pro-establishment person if the establishment is honest.
Yeah, I mean, a society without any form of government would just be complete chaos and anarchy, and that doesn't seem like what is going to be suitable to, raise our families and have a, civil society under.
Lieutenant Lewis, let me ask you, community service organization you state, what kind of services do you provide to communities?
So last fall, we did a large operation where we got members together and went up and supported the Lake County area when they had the devastating fires, and helped out at some evacuation centers that they had individuals coming in to collect donation materials that were there to be able to help them since they were evacuated from their homes throughout Lake County. That's a recent example of some of the work we do.
You know what you do, and a lot of people, when they hear the word militia, they get a little bit, But there's nothing more American. There's nothing more that is the Constitution actually living itself out.
That's so true. I mean, the militia was originally founded. It was the men of the community coming together to support and defend and protect that community. They were the fire department. They were the police department. They were the everything that was there. And that's what we're trying to do as well, and provide that, and provide training and education and things that we need to in order to carry out that in communications and medical, and yes, firearms training as well to be able to defend ourselves and protect people as well.
What kind of training do you guys do? Paint a picture for me.
We usually do 2 trainings every month. We do the first Saturday and the third Sunday of the month. And we go out and we pick a topic each time and usually focus on that. And then we also do exercises where we try to mix multiple different skills together so that you can apply them in the field. And so depending upon the training, in May, my group with Delta Company, we do a large medical training for 2 days where we spend nothing but learning advanced medical skills.
My guest, he is Second Lieutenant, the California State Militia, Jason Lewis. How many members?
Well, like in the Fresno area, we have over 60 people involved there. We've got 120 within Delta Company and over 1,000 throughout the 4 companies that we have in the state.
Okay, so there's 1,000 right now.
Yes.
Now, how many years you been doing it?
Myself, I've been involved for 3.5 years.
Okay, how long has the California State Militia been in an organization?
Well, it's organized under the Constitution, so it's the longest running militia group in the entire country because it was formed by the state government itself in the Veterans Code. But we've been really active and engaged lately in the last 8 and 9 years.
I would just think, Jason, it might be larger numbers. Are there multiple militias like yourself, and you're just like a smaller chapter? And if you put them all together, there'd be 50,000 in California, or are the numbers really kind of low?
No, there definitely is. There's other groups that are different. I think we're unique in being we're the only one that's truly statewide and has units spread out across the whole state. But there's definitely other groups that are militia groups that are in local geographical locations or multiple counties or Southern California or only Northern California only. But we're the only one that's the statewide.
Well, it'd be hard on California State Militia with training and whatnot with Governor Brown and the Second Amendment in California. How's your group feeling about the latest rounds of more restrictions?
Yeah, that definitely does have things that we're going to have to look for moving forward to make sure that we've adapted to the new legislation that's come into effect and understand how that truly affects us. I don't think we fully understand that yet as individuals, or even I don't think the state government fully understands the implementation of these yet. Right.
Lieutenant Lewis, as I turn to my right and look at Fox News, and for the first time, I'm 50 years old. I don't know how you are, Jason, but I've never seen a military coup played out in front of me on TV like it's happening in Turkey right now. If these are bad forces taking over the military force that's done a coup, I bet the people in Turkey wish that they had some state militia people.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, we need organizations to help protect us. I mean, our regular police and EMS and those individuals, I mean, my hat's off to them, and, they do a great job for us, but they're often stretched way too thin. They're great when everything's fine, but when a real disaster happens, their system doesn't have the ability to expand and contrast to hold what needs to be happening done.
I know, Lieutenant Lewis, there's a lot of people here in the Central Valley, especially those that listen to News Talk Radio, who are the kind of people that like-minded like yourself. How do you kind of rid yourself of the stereotype of what I described in Michigan running around like? I guess tell us the mainstreaming of this. Tell us some fun aspects of this. If you're a gun enthusiast, you're legal, you got your weapons registered, all that good stuff. What's the adventure, the fun side of this?
Yeah, we definitely do some fun activities. I mean, going out and being able to form up and build the bonds with a group of guys on an ongoing basis, and getting out in the woods and camping as part of it, and being able to do team maneuvers and mock exercises like that.
Okay, there you go. I can see it.
Target shooting and marksmanship skills, because those are basic skills we need everybody to learn and hone and improve.
So it's like, hey, you guys take that side. You take the right flank, and you do battle plans like that. Like, let's say some terrorists had somebody held hostage way out in the middle of a county somewhere, and the cops were an hour away. You actually can put teams together to go in and actually help?
Yeah, we have the ability to mobilize our group and be able to help and support an individual community if that was what was needed.
Now, do you have a lot of contact with law enforcement in these areas, like where you might be needed?
We do. We work with different law enforcement agencies in different parts of the state, especially where we train so that they know who we are and what we are, because otherwise, often the public, if they see a bunch of guys running around with guns and camo, they get concerned sometimes.
Well,
I know what it is.
Before you know it, you'd have some Black Hawk helicopters circling overhead. Yeah, so you might want to alert. Good point right there, Jason. Lieutenant Lewis, tell me, what are the dues? Is it cost to join?
No, it's completely free. Every member, they support themselves. They pay for their own expenses, and we don't charge anything to be a member. You support yourself.
All right. Well, I think you might have got some ears twitching here in the Power Talk listening audience. Where do they go there, Lieutenant Lewis?
They can search for us on Facebook at California State Militia, or they can also go to our website at cal-militia.com. And there's an interest form there. They fill it out, and we'll get back to them in the next couple of days and contact them with whoever the local person is that's appropriate for their area.
All right, Lieutenant Lewis, now that I've done an interview for you and help promote your cause, when all hell breaks loose, you got to give me the secret rendezvous point, all right?
All right, I'll send it to you in a private message.
Thank you, sir, and I won't share it with anybody but my friends and family and 100 other people. We'll show up.
That'll be good.
Thank you, Lieutenant Lewis, being on the show. All right.